Still on 5. Little update on the Clover. Come in, checked it. Looks really good. If you got a wife that hunts, that's a bouquet for her right there. They got a good root system on them, good stems, nice big leaves. Starting to head out. We're gonna come in and mow this for too long. Doesn't have a lot of grass in it. It's got a little bit of broadleaf, a little bit of grass. Mowing will take care of that, and it's gonna look really good. Over these past 3 weeks, I'm sure a lot of you seen it or heard about it, but we had major flooding in this area. We're about 1.5 miles from Clearwater Lake. For the first time in 69 years, it overflowed, and we had about 16 plus inches of rain, and which really helped this clover out and come on strong. But it looks good. Really happy with it, and the deer are gonna love it. They've already been in here, but we're so far ahead of the game for the start of this year that deer pressure is not going to affect this a bit. They'll eat it down some, but they're going to have plenty of good protein, and it's going to be some good food plots going into the summer and early fall. Clover update on plot 1. We did the same thing that we done on any other plot. 2 years ago we come in, we planted this with Tecumseh clover. Come up real good, looked good for the first year. We actually got it in late. We put it in the summertime instead of a little bit of frost seeding it, but we did get it in late, but it come up and it looked good. The deer used it a ton, and we were happy with it. This year we come in, we overseeded a little bit with just a regular little bit of, I think it was 2 pounds of Ladino clover to fill in spots, because a lot of these come in a little bit spotty, and where some didn't come in, some come on over here, this was a little bit thicker, and then we wanted to even it out and thicken it up just a little bit. Like I said, we got a lot of rain, 16 inches plus in the last 3 weeks, which helped this clover out a bunch. It looked good before, but the way this clover is, it's so thick now that it's keeping the weeds and the broadleafs out, stuff like this. That's a weed, and then you got your regular grasses. That's a weed. But this plot last year had a lot of weeds in it, had a lot of grass, had a lot of broadleafs in it. It was dominating the plot. What we did, like I said before, we didn't mow any, we didn't spray any clover last year. All we did was mow them and chop some of the major weeds out, and gave that clover a chance to come back this year full. And you can see the way it looks now. It's just thick, and it's tight in here, and which gives it a, it gives it a shade on all these weeds and keeps them from growing up above the clover and taking over. We are going to spray a few of these this year just to kill some grasses out, and then we're going to mow to kill the broadleafs out. The thing about this clover is you want to take your time, and you want to find a good seed. The number one problem I find with people is that they don't have good seed. And what I mean by good seed, I don't care what company it is. I don't care if it's Tecumseh, I don't care if it's whitetail, it doesn't matter. The problem is a lot of the time that people don't have good seed, and what I mean by that is the germination date. If you buy it off the shelf, a lot of them people will re-sticker the germination date on there, and I've been in many stores and I look for it. If you see 2 or 3 stickers on that, it's been redone and put a new sticker on. And what happens is the germination just keeps falling down because that seed's from previous years, and they're trying to get it sold from off the shelf. But what you want to do, you want to contact a dealer directly for whatever clover you're going to use. I'm not here to endorse any seed company. I tell it the way it is. If it ain't no good, it ain't no good. But if you want good seed, you need to contact them and get it directly from them, and have a good, just a born on date of when it was germinated. You want something current, something close to the year that you are, preferably the months that you are. If you're planting in March and it was tested in January, that's a good one. But if it was tested in January of 2016, the germinations fell down real low and you may not get to come up. The second thing is the soil test. You want to make sure that you pull a soil test. We try to pull at least 5 different spots on each plot and then mix them in a bucket. We take them to a local test place, to a college, and they do it for us. But you want to see what your pH is. Like I said earlier in the videos, last year we had an overall pH balance of I think it was 4.3. Now they're up to a 6.5, which helps out tremendously. And also you want to go to a chemical and fertilizer company that's going to deal with you hands-on and give you the correct information that you need for your application rate. That's a big plus. We put it out, but they give us the numbers, and that helps out tremendously. We don't have to do any math. We don't have to calculate. They know what they're doing. They've been in business for a long time, and that's who we take, you know, suggestions from and advice from. And then we apply our own lime and fertilizer or any other thing that you may need. Up here, this ground's real acidic. It's real rocky. It's real red. A lot of stuff doesn't like to grow. A lot of things is weeds that like to grow. But if you take your time, you will get great rewards with whatever you're doing. I don't care if it's beans, corn, soybeans, clover, turnips, radishes, it doesn't matter. If you take your time and put your work in, you're going to have great results. We haven't always been like this. You know, our first food plot we put in with a weed eater, hand spreader, and that's how we got started. And this is where we're at today. You know, it's come a long way. Our goal was 3 years, and this is the 3rd year plan, and things are starting to come together, and we're just about done with this half the property, and we'll move to the next 80 and start working on it. But you have to, it's not about hunting, it's about your wildlife. I know people want to kill deer and people want to put good deer on video, but first and foremost, you have to have a passion for your wildlife and your deer, and these are the results you get by having passion for them. We like to take our time and pride ourselves on what we do, and this is a result of it. So if you want good food plots, have patience.